fragments from the contribution made to this publication. Thank you for the invitation, BIRCA. One day in the beginning of October 2024, I sat down with my computer and entered the now established or newly established Circular Performance Archive through BIRCA's webpage. Here I was presented with a mosaic collection of images, inviting me into an aesthetic reading, triggering a poetic approach where my different senses and personal memories came into play, guiding my experience of and interaction with the materials of the archive. This invoked in me a sensitive curiosity towards the content. Within seconds, Didi's own contribution to the archive, represented by an image, stood out to me, but almost immediately blended into a bigger sand-colored tapestry of images. As I refreshed the page, the order was randomized, and our contribution now seemed to be placed in the center with the surrounding images supporting its presence. In yet another refreshed version, it seemingly played part in a quartet of images, blurring my thoughts towards openings, constellations of things and beings, nuances of green, red, and gray. The archive appearing as an unpredictable assemblage, reforming patterns and constellations through reoccurring or contrasting colors, forms, imaginations, associations, and configurations. This first visual encounter with the archive made me experience and reflect on our work as part of a bigger picture, never individual and unique, but interconnected through an ever-growing and transforming web of artistic exploration and works.
So hello, good afternoon. I'm Carolina Bäckman, and this is Andrea, and as mentioned, we are part of the initiative Danish Dance Stories, which is an artistic platform from where we explore participatory archiving and documentation formats, and also reactivations of archival records, whether they are material or immaterial or corporal, so within dance and choreography. And as also mentioned, we have been invited by BIRCA as artistic consultants in the development of the Circular Performance Archive, and also to host this slot, which is called Reactivating.
So today we've been introduced to different perspectives on what an archive is, what it can be, and what it might do. And in this slot, we will take part in explorations on how an archive can become activated, and what then happens. And activated through an artistic process or point of view. And as part of the development process of the Circular Performance Archive, we were also asked to interact and dive into the archiving process and to respond with a textual contribution, which was what I read a couple of fragments from.
And similarly, 3 artists who have recently been part of a BIRCA residency, and thereby also have been a part now of the Circular Performance Archive, have been invited today to individually reactivate or respond to the archive. So we're going to take part of that in a minute. I just wanted to introduce the 3 artists. Maybe someone can just... So there's we have dancer, performer, and choreographer Camilla Steg. And let's see if I can navigate this. We also have Charlotte Östergaard. We're going to find you.
I don't think I
You're
managed
not
to
here.
put up mine.
Okay, you're not here. You will respond. Charlotte Scott is a visual artist. And yes, it's a digital living. And we also have performing artist Elon Lodeviks. Are you here?
Yes.
There.
So, by diving into the archive and reflecting on its content and relevance for them as artists, they will present 3 individual responses and possible entry points to this archive. And the task was left very open and up to them as artists to interpret and respond to in their specific or particular way.
So as we were introduced to the Circle Performance Archive, the purpose was very much, as you have addressed today, Susanna, how to create the platform from where to reactivate and how to bring things into the ecology of art processes and knowledge sharing, and also like how can this platform be part of creating possibilities for new connections. So that is also what we hope to maybe see examples of, or maybe just thinking further with as we explore, as we experience these possible responses.
So now we give the space and to that.
Thank you for inviting me to this very interesting day. I feel a little bit overloaded, so I think you might also feel overloaded. It can be maybe good if you just embrace it, so that I ask you also, to embrace it for yourself and your needs here the next time where we make a little journey together. So if you can take care of your needs, how they are right now, this would be valued for us all. For me, So, how to enter the circular performance archive? Question mark. The boundaries and the possibilities between the physical and the digital space arise in me. How can that somehow come to a resonance for exchanging of a sharing knowledge? Circular. Something resonates in me by the word as a phenomenon, as a symbol, as something very Asian, very common. Circulation, circle shaped, round, swinging, rolling, recycling, repeating. Ritual. I follow that impulse and make space for it to expand physical within me. A kinesthetic entrance to my own bodily archive opens up. An archive of circular movement, experience. So how to enter the circular performance archive in space? It could be through bodily presence. Circular movement to bring some oscillation, resonance, listen, time, grounding. Space is expanded. So therefore, I would like to invite you to join me to be kinesthetics present in this physical space right now, where we all are together. you can follow me and my movement however you like. And however it turns out in you, what makes sense for you. You can be an observer, or you can just relax, be quiet, see what comes and what's your needs. So I will start this archive of the present journey with a little verbal guidance. And you're welcome to move to a new place, sit where you are. Maybe feel, now I'm standing very like this, formative, but actually I would like it to be a circulary feeling. So it's up to you how to make this. It can be mental, it can be space-wise, physical. Yeah, and so then just arrive where you already are or where you move to. Feel how it is to arrive. Just here. In this very moment at Vandasgade, udviklingsplatform, the black space. You can close your eyes, you can have your eyes open. And then just feel into your breath. Nothing to be changed, more to observe it. How is the breath in this very moment? We can feel this kind of circulation already going on with our inhaling and with our exhaling. It's a kind of circle, and it's kind of universal, and it's something who also connects us. Then I will just start, because I'm a dancer, I will start a kind of kinesthetic, somatic little dance, the dance meditation. But it's not to be performing for you, it's more like you can get inspired, or you can follow me and then follow it into your own journey of your archive in this moment. So this I will do for a little while, and like it's very open. So listen for your needs. Do you need to observe? Do you need to join me? Do you just need to close your eyes for a while and land here with your stuff? And when we are here again together, in what already become a kind of archive we made here in this space.
Sit wherever you could close your eyes, do whatever you feel like. Thank you for this opportunity actually to look into the archive. So I've been on this little journey and I've actually been through everything that is there. So it's 30 contributions from BIRCA and one from the France. And it's really, really beautiful to get this insight to some of the artistic processes, and even though that it's kind of really fleeing, so it's not very easy to grasp, it still is really, really nice and it's really moving. And it gets me thinking of, and I need to introduce my friend, Bäckman, that in living a feminist life, right, says this: a movement comes into existence to transform what is in existence. A movement needs to take place somewhere. A movement is not just or only a movement. There is something that needs to be kept still, given a space, a place, if we are moved to transform what is. And I see the archive as this kind of space that actually allows us to become moved in some kind of way, if we offer ourselves the time to look into, to dive into it actually, and keep a little bit still with that. So that was what I did, and I want to share with you a little bit of my journey there, but the words are not mine. All the words are from all the wonderful people that contributed to the archive. And I allowed myself to sample their words because it was really inspiring. So this is my little journey through, and it sounds like this. Left with a lot of impressions, contact with local people, bicycling across the islands, exploring the cliffs, together with a singing bowl. On the island, sky, sun, clouds, grass, tree, slugs, insects, birds, and rabbits. Being close to nature, night with full moon and fog. Unusual combination of things. Unknown territories through darkness. Sliding on the pathways. How worldings inform the silence of the forest, lack of wilderness. Flight among the clouds, codified language of water, composed of the organisms that inhabit it. Wilderness findings, weavings of nettles, unwrap the sequences, bridging worlds, imagining futures. Migration through the ocean streams, movements of the water filled by birds, different tempos of the landscape. Borderlands, local and global trash and trashiness, focused on grounding, being in place. Melding into the landscape, listening to plant tissues, thresholds, a field of tension, magical portals, seas and rock, nature secrets, getting swallowed by strange holes. Look, completely dead dead like a fish, looked like bones or skin peeled off an animal. When did that happen? Totally unnatural. How to rest in chaos, in the unknown, sideways or backwards, since forward might not always be the right direction. The trouble within, friction between belonging and non-belonging, positioned as visitor, the invisible body. Importance of food, cooking situations, rhubarb, ingredients across geographies, temporalities and seasons, connected through the land through locally grown food. Mapping the possible dispositions, fragments, porous and intuitive, liquid intelligence. We are landscape, an anchor to connect, interplay between individual and collective, flow, age and transformation. In isolation, intimate spaces for slowness, dreams and contemplation, stillness, rest, care, act of maintenance, time to regenerate, deepen into the state of being, moments intertwine. How do we expand the we? Blend into the other. Bridges between different understandings, including rather than showing. Dialogue without words, co-owners of the creative process. A sense of community, collective language, exchange, similarities and differences. Questions are not answered. Sharing knowledge, finding new codes, heightened awareness. Discover new working languages. The magic of softness and slowness. Exchange, talks, thoughts, doubts, humor, and work. Exchange this device with others. Common sensibility, bodily experience, different phases of life, possibilities for formats of sharing.
Hi. Here? No, no, it's perfect. You can sit here. And then I will move a little bit here. Yeah. Hope you all have a little bit of energy left. A little text. My name is Don. I'm a performance maker. I work with interactive formats. I work a lot in public space or site-specific or landscapes as well. And I have my contribution to the archive here. But I first, I've been asked to kind of go in dialogue with the archive, and that made me think, of course, of my own way of archiving that is maybe a little bit non-existing. This made me reflect both on my artistic research method that I will call messy and quiet compositionist, and my way of archiving that I will also call quite of messy and compositionist. So when I do artistic research, I read a lot, I imagine a lot, I write notes, ideas, concepts, performance setups, images in different notebooks, loose paper, analog, digital, without dates. I go out and talk to people, specialists or the passenger by or somebody else. Sometimes I recorded and sometimes the microphone didn't work. I write notes in different notebooks, loose paper, analog, digital, without dates. I go to bookstores and look for images.
I make digital pictures, write different notebooks, newspaper, analog, digital, without it. Sometimes something in the back of the notebook, and sometimes I start in the middle. I proceed there, and then I proceed in the back again. And a lot of times my bottle of water in my bag is open, and the notebook gets wet. You try to dry it on the radiator, it doesn't work, you can't read it anymore. Then I decide from now on, I will do it more structured. I take a new notebook, I start the first day with the date, because this is a kind of a fresh start, an allusion to be another artist that kind of structures the notebooks and makes it into beautiful aesthetics works, kind of the notebook itself. A different me, yeah, kind of. So I write on different post-its, I stick them on the wall, they don't stick, they lay on the ground behind my desk. Weeks later I pick them up, I throw them in a bin, then I regret, I put them in a drawer, I find them a year later. Yeah, okay. So, and then I make word webs to collect thoughts, finding quotes and images, word webs. Probably the first brainstorm or collective method I learned, and I never got rid of it, and this embarrassed me a bit. So today I would like the archive to inspire me to find new ways of both artistic research and ways to kind of archive it. So I make a kind of dogma for it, and I want to ask if you can roll the dice in a bit, and I think maybe it take a little bit less time. I said 10 minutes, but we're getting so late, so maybe 6 minutes. Yeah, and I will go back to the. You can. Do you want to make kind of this loose? Yeah. Maybe you can here slice of paper like big ones, and then I will go again to the archive.
Do we begin?
Can we start? Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, and I didn't know that it swaps all the time. It a little bit messed up my dogma, but let's see. Two. Yeah, so I'm now at this picture. I've been part of this kind of band picture, this residency that I will hop over if I come on it because it's yeah. Okay, so now I will do a quick reading method, and I will kind of find these new ways of archiving or new ways of artistic research. So you can read with me if you want, if you don't, if you want to close your eyes, also good. And I didn't read it before, I just read two to kind of find this concept, just that you know that I'm not cheating. Okay, this I think is interesting. No, you have, yeah, I have to, does it work? Yeah, sorry. Better? Yeah. Much better. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, big. Yeah, just go on with it. So this is set. Some tape. Yeah, maybe more.
Do you want volunteers to put it on the wall?
Sorry?
Do you want volunteers to put it on the wall? We
Yeah,
can put it on
maybe
the
you
wall.
can help.
Then we can distribute it.
Yeah, and then set time frame, this may be on the other side. Then roll the dice, please. Oh, sorry, I put the filler here, but let's yeah. Okay. Darkness. Oh, no, I don't have any concentration anymore. Let's go to the next one.
6.
6.
Mhm.
Oh no, it doesn't shift now. That's good. So I start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, that's been bothered.
You want another one?
Yeah.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, hello. Oh, another one.
Oh, another one. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Skal we scrollen again? Yeah, sorry.
Yes, the guide, please.
3. Ah, no, it's too short. No, it's good.
You can finish, huh?
Here.
And then I make one last one, kind of to, it's the word web classic. You have to start somewhere in the middle. I forgot that one. New ways. will just hold this. Right. So this could be in the middle with stripes to every part. And I think I also could spend way longer time with the archive, although it's still quite little. The archive has like 30 entries. So this could, for me, be a kind of method to dive into what the archive could bring me as an artist or could kind of influence my work. Thank you.